Hello and welcome to Hairdressing Live. Today I am super excited to welcome Finnish-born hairdresser. She's the owner and founder of Karoliina Saunders. She's a Label.m ambassador, international session hairdresser. Karoliina Saunders, welcome to Dublin.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
Flight was a little bit delayed, but you were, well, you're here now anyway.
That's it.
Okay, great. I'm loving your model anyway at the moment. Some of the prep has already been done, so I'm looking forward to this class this afternoon. Listen, tell our viewers a little bit about you and your career, where you are today.
Well, I started in Finland 25 years ago.
25 years ago?
Yes, and I worked for Salon Oriansson in Helsinki.
Could you repeat that again?
Salon Oriansson.
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 Okay, Oriansson.
And yes, I worked there, did my apprenticeship there, then moved to England and worked for Toni Guy as an art director in one of their branches.
In London or?
No, in Swindon.
Swindon, okay.
Yeah,
Swindon.
so I worked for them for quite a few years.
So you went through the process of becoming an art director, did your art director's presentation?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
So we did all that, and then 6 years ago I opened up my own salon.
Okay.
Yeah, because I always wanted to have my own salon. So
your own name above the door.
Yeah.
It's very daunting, isn't it? But rewarding.
It's exciting,
yeah.
but it's quite scary. When you first open, it's quite scary, like, oh my goodness, this is me.
Yeah. And did you start with a small team of people, or?
Yes, I had a tiny team.
Okay, okay.
Very, very small team. I don't have a huge salon now. There's only 6 of us.
Okay.
So, but we have a very ambitious staff team.
Superb. Superb.
Yeah.
But is it something that you've always wanted to do, pursue a career in business as well as creative hairdresser?
I wouldn't say that I'm a businesswoman, but I have enjoyed it, and that was something that I wanted to do from from a very young age, to have my own salon and to be able to do things that, maybe bring something to the industry as well. I really enjoy having my own apprentices and team and bring them on, really.
Okay, so you do all the education within the salon?
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
very
we do.
Good. You do that weekly or monthly? Or?
We have once a week. Mondays is our training day for all the apprentices and staff.
Okay, very good. So you do all the staff. You do extra classes for the qualified team, do you?
We do. We monitor our staff education, so we make sure that they're up to date all the time.
Okay.
So if you've been with me from the start, or if you just started, we just keep the quality control.
Okay.
And that normally they have a monthly training session with us.
That's excellent.
So
that's excellent, because it's hard to do as a business person. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, everybody can be quite busy. I mean, and being in business, you've got your clientele, and plus you do a lot of freelance stuff as well, which is like the session stuff as well. So it must be hard to actually hone in on those education days and keep on top of it. But if you do that, that's amazing. I mean, for me, I love being able to, cause the industry is so progressive, to be able to educate like that monthly, or do presentations, even if it was for a couple of hours a week.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to do that. So you do it monthly anyway? We
do monthly for the qualified members, but then of course the apprentices will have weekly. They have a full day with us. There's no evenings, or we do extra evenings, but we do full day of education, because I feel that they get a lot more out of that then. Because they work from, rather than doing it something when you're tired. So yes, they enjoy that. They enjoy their Mondays, and we have a training program for each person. So really depending on how they, what we need, that their skill sets need or require.
I think for apprentices, they need that, to be able to monitor something. They need a book, something, or a file that they can sort of monitor their progression that way. Or you can monitor their progression anyway. Absolutely. As a salon owner. Look, I mean, we've got a couple of questions we want to go through. Session is something that has been a very big passion in your life anyway. You've worked on some incredible shows. Just recently, it's been Gucci, Versace, working with Anthony Turner, Guido. What does that mean to you? I mean, that's like the pinnacle, like, isn't it really? I mean, it's working with those session groups. That's like really, really amazing,
I find that it was one of the things when I found out that I'm actually going to be part of their team. Mm-hmm. That was last season.
Jumping with joy. Yeah,
absolutely, I couldn't believe it. I have actually I've always wanted to be part of the fashion industry and be part of the session styling. Photographic work is a huge passion of mine, is my hobby even. So I really just wanted to pursue that kind of area and give myself something slightly different from salon work.
Yeah.
Also, I can bring that back to the salon for my team, which is amazing. But when I found out that I'm part of their team, I couldn't first take it in, and then when you go there, you're like a rabbit in the headlights, because you think, actually, this is completely new to me now, and all of a sudden you become apprentice. Almost.
Of course,
you become this new person that doesn't really know what they're doing, and it's really good for you. It makes you grow as a person, as a hairdresser, because you've gone from being a manager, being a salon owner, to be all that, and all of a sudden you actually go back in
assistant.
Exactly. And you're constantly learning. And I must say, this season was easier for me than last season. Last season I was very much of a newbie there. So now I've done they shows before, so I knew how the team works. And when you have a different team, I mean, you go from one team to another, you have to adapt to that team and how that works. It's a bit like, working with any team, really. So it was actually really interesting to see the different ways of, working, different techniques, and you always pick up loads of new friends as well, and new ideas. So it's very exciting. It's really exciting for us as a salon. One of our girls started with the Label.m session team this season, first time as well. So she got through to through the auditioning process. That's what Label.m does. So,
they
she
do
was
a lot
very
of shows
excited.
during Fashion Week as well, don't they?
They do, yes. So it's really exciting.
Superb. Tell our viewers a little bit about who has been a big influence in your life to date, or do you have a muse, say, for instance?
When I started, my boss, who I was working for, Rita, she was very much of a big influence. The way to work in a salon, first of all, and then of course going to Toni and Guy. I mean, they are brilliant with their education, and there's been so many different mentors throughout my career. It's really hard to even point out who would be the main person, because I've always looking up to different hairdressers, different hairstyles. But of course, you have people like Anthony Mascolo, huge influence. Toni. They were when I beginning of my career. And of course, I loved Vida Sassoon. All these legends, really. And then when you look at session work, I've managed to work with Gary Gill. Amazing technically, he's got amazing technical skill, and I always loved his work, photographic work. And also Anthony Turner, and Guido. So I've actually managed to work with these people that I really have always looked up to. So I think you can just mention so many people. But to pinpoint one, it would be really hard.
It'd be very difficult. Well, you've mentioned so many there now anyway. What would be the highlight of your career, say, for instance?
Again, there's loads, but one of them was one of the highlights, of course, was to open my own salon.
Okay, yeah.
Huge highlight. Open those doors.
Put your name in lights above the door.
Yeah, definitely. And that started kind of like almost like a fluke, because I was just, I had my little boy, and he was only 2 years old, and the premises came up, and I just took the chance.
What's his name?
Ozzy. Yeah. So I took the chance just like that, and I didn't really. I don't think I planned it like, maybe I should have planned it, when you're opening a business, and maybe you should kind of look into it a bit more. I just went, yes, we'll do this. Let's
quite
do
spontaneous.
Yeah,
but sometimes if you think about things too much, you won't do them. So I think spontaneity is quite good sometimes.
It can be quite scary.
You've got to think it through. Don't take my word for that, but I think it's good to be spontaneous sometimes.
Don't get me wrong. I did plan it. I did have like a proper business plan and all that in place. So I didn't just jump in there with nothing.
Don't
not
just wing
knowing.
it. Sometimes not, but, no, but honestly, if you think about it too much, it stops people from doing it.
Yeah,
and I
that's right.
do agree with that. Listen, tell our viewers, because I know we've got to get ready for your class, going at 2:30 today, the live class. Tell our viewers a little bit about what they're going to be taking away from today's class with us.
Right, so I just wanted to showcase more of the editorial work.
Yeah.
And really just give an idea how to change the look.
Okay.
During a photo shoot.
Yeah.
What products to use and what kind of prep we need to do before we do the hair, and also like what kind of elements we need to take to consideration before we go into the shoot. All those areas that the prep work before the shoot is really important. But I'm also going to be showcasing 2 different braids as well.
Okay.
So it'd be quite nice to see what kind of braids we can adapt to into one look.
Do you know what? I've been talking to Karoliina anyway. What she's going to be showing you is how to prep hair. I mean, the ability to actually manipulate hair into different things. But I guess what you can also take away from this is how to prep hair properly and manipulate it into multiple different shapes and different styles. But this one today is going to be something special, I know, because it's really, really cool. You showed me the imagery and everything for it. So if you don't have your ticket, please get one now. You can go to hairdressinglive.com and get your place and see Karoliina's class. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. If you like what you've seen, leave a comment below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.